Welcome to the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network, a weekly broadcast sponsored by CVC Success Group, hosted each week by industry speaker, coach, author, and educator Jerry Eisenhower. Our presentations are produced to assist business owners and managers in turning their business dreams into their business realities. And now, here is your host, Jerry Eisenhower.
And I want to welcome you to another episode of the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network. This is episode number 97, and I've entitled it, Where Did the Money Go? Where did the money go? Where did the money go? Think about that for just a minute. Every episode of the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network is brought to you by CVC Success Group, where it's our mission to provide the tools to make your business dreams into your business realities. And we do this podcast to share ideas with you. Only last night in a phone call with someone, they were telling me about one of the podcasts that had had a profound effect on them sometime in the past. Made me feel really good that our podcast had given them ideas and concepts that they could make a change in their business. So today, again, the title is, Where Did the Money Go? And what I'm talking about is, where did the profits go? You know, more than likely, if you're in business, one of the goals is to have an ROI. That's a return on the investment. And in the free enterprise system, we commonly call this profit. And see, profit is not your salary. Profit is the return you get for the risk you take of owning that business. You're a risk taker. You're the person that makes the decisions. Certainly, you should be getting a salary. The salary should be comparable to what you would pay someone else to do your job. But above and beyond that, a business should be delivering profit to the owners. That's why you're in business. It's an investment for you, just like a stock. You wouldn't want to invest in a stock that doesn't have a return now, would you? So this is your business. So what you're looking at here is, how can we build our profit? Well, see, that's why I entitled this, Where Did the Money Go? Because I want to delve into something that may just be taking a very large percentage of your profits and taking it away where it's not in your profit modes. And what is this source of monetary loss? It's real simple. It's what we classify as waste. So I'm going to talk about waste today a little bit, and I'm going to talk to you about some processes, some procedures that you can put into place in order to cut this constant flow of profit that goes into the waste pile, and instead let's direct it into the profit side. And you see, this is one of the things that a lot of people don't realize, which is the cost of sales that are a part of waste. Because see, when you have waste, you've got to compensate it with sales. And when you actually run the numbers and understand that all of the waste comes out of your profit, if you take your profit and see the percentage point, let's take an example. Let's say that your profits aren't real good. Let's say that your net profit on your business at the end of the year is 5%. That's right, 5% of the income of the business actually ended up in the profit pile. Well, if you're on a 5% profit range and you have waste, do you know what you have to sell to make up for that waste? Do you have any idea? If you're on a 5% net profit, you're going to have to sell $20 in sales for every dollar of waste. That's right, $20 in sales for every dollar of waste. And it goes up from there, and it makes a dramatic difference in what you're going to see as your return on your business. You see, reduction of waste is something that every business owner, every manager should be looking at. Reduction of waste, you need to make it a primary goal of the company. The waste is robbing the profits from the company daily, every single day. Only through a concentration of waste reduction will you ever be able to convert the waste dollars into profit dollars? And what this means is if you can convert these, this is going to provide you a higher return as the owner on the investment you have. One of the things that we need to get in the habit of, and this is what we work with many of our clients, is daily measurement and tracking of waste. Daily tracking. What did we waste every single day? Because again, the waste is directly related to the profit on the business, and waste kills more profits than you can imagine. So implementing a system of tracking, measuring, and computation of the cost of waste is vastly important. But more than that, coming up with the resolutions to where waste is lowered dramatically. The higher the net, the lower the number used in the calculations of what amount of sales. It's real simple. Where did I come up with 5% waste and selling 20 times? Because 5% is 1/20th of the sale number, and that's the net on the end. Okay. I suggest you put someone in your business in charge of the waste tracking and measurement. It's a hefty job, but you got to start the process of building the waste identification. You got to identify what it is. You got to track it. You got to measure it, and you got to cost it. And you got to do this every day. And then you've got to take the steps to eliminate the habits that are causing the waste. Because this is what people find out whenever they start the waste tracking mode. They find out that they're just simply boggled when they start counting up the dollars that are wasted every single day in the average business. I want you to think about that. There is all kinds of ways that you can reduce waste in your business, but you're never going to be able to reduce the waste until you have a system of tracking and measuring and see exactly what it is. So from there, you've got to go and figure out what is the origin of the waste. What caused the waste? You see, as you go into this is a transition in the company. It's part of lean principles. And what you're going to do in this is use this in your morning meetings. You need to start reporting every day what was the waste factor of the previous day, and find out what is the origin, what caused the waste to happen. The following is an amazing statement I'm getting ready to share with you. From my experience of doing analysis with companies, working on a coaching basis and a consulting basis, I will tell you that there are 3 causes of waste. Listen carefully, write these down. Cause number 1 is there is no SOP, there is no process for people to follow. People are operating on their own. Just imagine if Subway restaurants, if everybody at every Subway made a sandwich a different way, what would it be like? It would be chaos. Would you get your expectations met? McDonald's, any other franchise restaurant, what makes them successful is the systems. When you're buying a franchise, that's what you're buying, is a business system, including the processes and the procedure to be effective. You know, in my time, I've done a lot of research with a lot of companies. And what I see is based on my visits, waste computations, true waste calculations, the following is a very honest data point. What I found is that the average waste in a company that I work with will begin at approximately $275 a day per person. $275 a day. Let that sink in. But let's sink in a little bit deeper. That would be for one person. Now let's say that this company had 8 people employed in it, and that was the average waste. What would we have as an average daily waste? That would be $2,200. Imagine that, $2,200 in daily waste. And then if we look at it for a week on a 5-day work week, what do we have? We're sitting at $11,000 in waste. And if we work all year, we're probably going to work over the year when we take holidays, vacations, other things. We're going to say that we're going to average working 40 hours in a year, 40 hours a year. So what does that come up to in the annual waste? Sit down for this one, $528,000. Imagine that. What could you do with this additional profits rolled into your bank account? This is what makes it worthwhile. So often we're after more sales, but if we don't have a way to keep the money, if we don't find a way to reduce the waste, then as we make more sales, the amount of waste we produce gets bigger and bigger. And all this, it may look alarming to you. It may look alarming to you, but it's not. Now, here's the thing. As you start into this, you're not going to be able to eliminate waste in a few days. It may take you years, but you got to set your goal. My suggested goal is that companies have a goal set to get their waste below 1%. Less than 1% of gross goes into the waste pile. That's a very hard figure to attain if you're really truly tracking this properly and costing it out properly. It could take you years to get there. It's going to take patience. It's going to take a lot of work. But if you do it, what's going to happen is it's going to turn those waste dollars into your profit dollars. As I started learning more and more about waste and lean principles and Six Sigma and other things, what I found was that studies of waste and waste reduction show the following. If you can reduce your waste by 5%, then the lean experts say you can up your bottom line by 35%. Think about that. That's not from additional sales. That's not from going out and getting additional customers. That's recouping the money that's coming into your business right now and converting it from the waste pile into the profit side of your business. You got to set yourself a goal. But the first thing you have to do is establish a program of tracking it, measuring it, and costing it properly. Once you do that, once you see where your waste is at, then are you going to be able to make that reduction down to less than 1% within days? No, it could take you years. One company that successfully did this was on a 9-year journey to get there. But you can set a goal to reduce your waste in a quarter. How about this as a goal? How about once you start tracking and measuring your waste, you set a goal that you're going to reduce your waste 10% per quarter. 10% per quarter. If you could reduce your waste 10% per quarter, do you realize what the waste reduction will be in the coming year? That will be a 10 and a 10 and a 10 and a 10. Now that's not going to add up to exactly 40 because the waste number is dropping, so the percentage drops. But that's what you want to do. You want to set goals for this reduction because again, it's going to be very worthwhile as you go through this, as you move towards producing less waste and more profits. Once you do this, you're also going to find that the value of your company is going to be higher. The numbers of your company is going to be higher. You're going to have a better standard for your people. What can you do with these additional profits? Could you pay your people more? Could you compensate yourself better? Would this enable you to pull out more profits for yourself as the owner? Increase your ROI on the business? I think these are some great ideas, and I really hope that you'll put this into effect and start using it in your business. So, this is Jerry Eisenhower, CVC Success Group for the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network. I want to thank you for joining me today as I've shared another one of my ideas with you. And hopefully it's something that you can profit by and put to use in your business. See you next week. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. It's been a pleasure to speak to you in this way.
Thanks for joining us here each week at the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network, sponsored by CVC Success Group, providing you the coaching and educational outreach services you need to move to your dream destination in business and in life.